Another interesting rhythmic concept that doesn't quite translate the same way from classical Western sheet music to a DAW is the idea of an over the bar rhythm. So in Western sheet music, the bars are marked out by bar lines, and you can see this screenshot here from a dummies.com article on rhythm. And so the bar lines are here, and rhythmic values can't cross over on their own. You can't have like a half note, for instance, that straddles this bar line. So the way they get around that is they have these two quarter notes and there's a tie there. And so musicians that are trained to read this know that they need to hold this out and not play this as like a separate note. It's just the same note. It continues. And here again, we have a half note that's tied to a quarter note. So this rhythm is an over the bar rhythm. This looks like it's complicated if you've maybe never seen something like this before, but if you learn to read sheet music, it's really not that big of a deal. It's pretty easy to get used to. But again, in a DAW, we don't really have that division concept, right? If you look right here, I have this G4 note, and it is definitely straddling across a bar. So over the bar rhythms are useful for melodic purposes. Here is an over the bar melody that has this kind of weird sound. But just notice that the rhythms, there are notes that cross these bar lines. Not all the time, but like sometimes. So that melody wouldn't be possible if I had to stop at the bar line. Let me turn the metronome off and add a drum beat, and you can hear it a little more clearly. So over the bar rhythms, just something to consider if you have to write sheet music for like session musicians or something. Keep in mind that that's one of the differences between a DAW-based notation system and a paper-based notation system.